In a slightly unsurprising turn of events, Jets safety Jamal Adams has requested a trade. It's shocking, I know. This of course comes on the back of an off-season where links between Adams and the Dallas Cowboys were only growing stronger by the day, and the possibility of a trade only seemed to rise as time went on. Adams clearly wants his deserved payday, but the Jets have other ideas. Captained by cap-savvy Joe Douglas, it's hardly shocking that they want to extract every last dollar from a cheap rookie contract that has produced a back-to-back Pro Bowler and someone that is arguably already the best at his position at the age of just 24 years old. What really added fuel to this fire, though, was the fact that the Jets would then go on to select Cal's Ashton Davis in the draft, someone whose stock fell due to a December surgery and a lack of pro day to social media to vent his frustration earlier today, and now the rumour mill is spinning faster than ever. Adam Schefter then tweeted that the Eagles were among several teams who could be interested in a trade, and a team who Jamal Adams would welcome a trade to. And this isn't the first time these dots have been connected, but does it make any sense for the Eagles to go all in on Jamal Adams? That's what we're going to be taking a look at in today's video, so strap yourselves in, it's time to dig a little bit deeper into this very, very interesting scenario. Before we get started though guys, as always, a massive thank you to every single one of you for taking time out of your day to watch this video. If you're not already subscribed, it would be amazing if you could, and it would certainly mean a lot if you could turn that grey thumb blue if you enjoy the video. Let us know your comments down below on whether or not you would trade for Jamal Adams and what you'd give up for him and why. And as always, don't forget you can get your daily dose of Philadelphia sports coverage from myself and all of our writers over at phillysportsnetwork.com. First up, let's look at the contract. The former 6th overall pick is entering year number 4 of his rookie deal, a contract where he's already made the Pro Bowl in 2 of his first 3 NFL seasons. Adams graded out at an 87.9 according to Pro Football Focus last season, rallying to 60 tackles and being a force all over the field every single week. The Jets obviously want him to play out his rookie deal, costing them $7.1 million against the cap this year and an option value of $9.9 million before he enters free agency in 2022. Cap space isn't an immediate problem for the Eagles. They have $22 million as of right now, but the issue being, however, that next year they'll be over the cap by as much as $50 million, which is certainly less than ideal. Obviously, things can change in how he has his wizarding ways, but are they really going to be able to fork out such a monumental chunk of guaranteed money just as contracts of guys like Wentz, Brooks, Cox and Hargrave all pick up in value? Let's not forget that both Zach Ertz and Dallas Goedert will also be needing new deals pronto. Next up, let's look at the fit. There is no denying that Jamal Adams, arguably the best safety in the NFL, would be a dream weapon for Jim Schwartz. After losing Malcolm Jenkins, the Birds have opted to go for an almost safety by committee approach by bringing in guys like Will Parks and Jalen Mills, who's moving from cornerback on 1-year deals. There isn't much in the way of longevity at the position outside of Kayvon Wallace, who was drafted in the 4th round this year, and if you have the opportunity to at least explore the idea of a potentially elite tandem that could stand the test of time, it's worth doing, even if the odds and money are stacked against you. But Howie likes adding cornerstones on deals where guaranteed money is hard to come by. Just ask Malcolm Jenkins. Whether it's snuck away in bonuses, hidden in dummy years or prorated, it doesn't sound like the ideal GM to negotiate a league-breaking deal with. And finally, there's what they'd have to give up. There had been murmurs beforehand that the Jets wanted at least a 1st and a 3rd round pick. And after such a firm stance on social media from Jamal Adams, it's safe to say that that price could well fluctuate one way or the other. The Eagles, like in the Yannick Ngakoue discussions, would have to give up significant draft capital at a time where their salary cost is headed through the roof and they need as many cheap deals as possible. Giving up major assets for a cornerstone like Adams would have obvious pros and cons, with the pros being arguably one of the most damaging secondaries in the entire NFL. But do they have the assets and the gall to go potentially and set their team back multiple years just to acquire his services after such a stellar offseason? I don't think so. The safety spot has long been one of versatility, cheap deals, restructures and a lack of guaranteed money, and both Rodney McLeod and Malcolm Jenkins know that all too well. Jamal Adams doesn't fit that mold, but stranger things have happened and I expect the Eagles to at least inquire, but whether or not that's a serious one will depend on if Adams is chasing a bag or an environment where he can win a Super Bowl and feel valued. What would you do, guys? Would you trade for Jamal Adams knowing the Eagles' current cap space, and what would you give up in order to get him? Let me know in the comment section down below. There's a Matt Pryor film room coming tomorrow, so stick around for that. From myself, Liam Jenkins, I'll see you soon.